Hi everyone, C Chronicles here. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you so much for coming. If it's your first time here, I do fragrance reviews mostly, and I do lifestyle and fashion videos. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, please do consider subscribing. I would appreciate you joining this family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for keeping the faith. Thank you for always sticking around, and thank you for always rooting for this channel. I appreciate you as always. Today I have this fragrance for you. Okay, this is the fragrance I'm going to do a review for. But before I get into that fragrance, I am going to show you my fragrance of the day. Okay, my fragrance of the day is Roses Elixir by Montal. Reason being, it's in a pink fuchsia bottle, and October happens to be, you know, breast cancer awareness month. So what I've done is I've picked a couple of fragrances for the month of October that are bottled in pink bottles, you know, that I'm going to be using as fragrances of the day, especially when I'm coming to you to you with a video. Okay, so this is my fragrance of the day. I'm not talking about this fragrance, however, I just want to emphasize that October is breast cancer awareness month. So let us go and get checked for breast cancer. If you nip it in the bud on time, there are very high chances of survival, because breast cancer does happen to be one of the top 3, if not top 5, killer cancers in the world. So it's something that we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. So I urge you to go and get tested, or get scanned or get checked for breast cancer. Okay, now that this is out of the way, I'm going to talk about the fragrance I intend to do a review of. Pure Oudi, okay, Pure Oudi or Pure Oud, I don't know. This is by Lattafa. It's a recent purchase. What I did when I was doing my Middle Eastern fragrances, I came across this little bottle here. I always dismiss these bottles. Okay, Lattafa tends to put their fragrances in boxes, and then they will include like a freebie in there. But then, out of curiosity, I just sprayed it after I did that video, and it got me on the hunt to buy the actual fragrance itself, this little tester. Okay, so this is Pure Oudi, Pure Oud, Pure Oudi. I hope I'm not botching that, by Lattafa. And then this is the packaging, okay? This is the packaging. So this is almost like a first, second, or third impressions, must I say. And this also came with another freebie. What they do is they always put a different one. Unfortunately, this I already own, and I've decluttered already. This is Pure Musk. So this one I will not be using because I already own. But if I didn't have this fragrance, then good for me, isn't it? So I'm going to take the fragrance out and show you. Okay, this is the fragrance in question. It comes in a really big, beautiful, heavy glass bottle. Okay, and then it's got this wooden top. Okay, so it's a woodsy fragrance, obviously. And then it's got these woods inside. Right, let me just try and do that so you can see, it's got woods in there. I'm trying to, yeah, there you go. There you go, if you've seen it. So it's got woods in there, okay? So this is the fragrance we want to be talking about. I'm going to spray it on my arm. I want to see if I've got, yeah, I've got a free arm space there. So I'm going to spray this on my skin, okay? Because as it turns out, this fragrance actually does better on the skin than it does on clothes, okay? So the top notes in this fragrance are oud and cinnamon and nutmeg, okay? And then in the mid, it's got some jasmine and some sandalwood. And then it's got some amber, some gaiac wood, some musk, and some cedar as the base, okay, or as the base notes. So the main accords of this fragrance are going to be the woodsy, kind of powdery, white floral. There is some jasmine in here, so it's going to have some white floral to it, and then it's warm and spicy. So those are the main accords to expect, okay? And then the first impressions that I got when I sprayed it the first time, and even here, is it's really synthetic. You get this synthetic vibe that just comes at the top of the fragrance, and then it turns a bit soppy, okay? Soppy, and then there's a spicy cinnamon that comes through almost immediately. This happens, simultaneously. It's not like this happens after 30 minutes and then 15 minutes, and this happens, simultaneously. You get that syntheticness offset, okay? And then as you sniff, after like the first, say, 5 minutes, there is a beautiful white floral that comes to the surface, all right? And that is the reason why I bought this fragrance, because when I had this tester, I just put it somewhere. And then when I did my Middle Eastern fragrance collection for you, I saw it and I thought, okay, I'm going to spray it on myself. And then I kept on wondering, there's something that smells good around me. I honestly was not associating it with this fragrance, but you know, it did turn out that it was this fragrance. And that is the reason why I went for a hunt of this fragrance, okay? But there is a con to it. So they, you know, if don't leave the video just yet because, oh, she says it's good, then, you know, that's it. No. Okay, so that beautiful white floral emerges, okay, which obviously is the beautiful jasmine. The way it's done in here is gorgeous. I think this is what takes this fragrance almost on a direction where you tend to question why it's, you know, it's unisex. You feel it should have been female, you know, it should have been feminine, because it does have this floral thing that really takes over, you know, in the mid, okay? Now, then the amber also starts to almost come through, right? This is like at the 2-hour mark or somewhere thereabout. There is this amber that gives it like a snuggly, cozy feel, you know, that oriental, warm, incense-like feel to it that is slightly sweet, slightly woodsy, with like a balsamic nuance, okay? That you feel in the 2-hour mark, which, okay, the amber here is listed in the base. So somewhere thereabout, the amber starts to come through, okay? Now, that white floral dominates, right? Dominates a lot. So don't forget, it's still there. It's not that it turns embery, but I can understand if somebody starts to think that this fragrance there's too much amber in this. I just feel that floral keeps making its statement, pulling it feminine, okay? It does remind me of a beautiful soap. It does have that feel. You know, if you look at this bottle, it's really deceiving. You know, it's one of those, this is one of those fragrances that I'd say don't judge a fragrance by the bottle. Why Lattafa, you know, bottled it like this, I don't know. This basically feels like a luxurious soap, or not even necessarily a luxurious bathing soap, or maybe just a bathing soap that has like a beautiful scent to it. A soap that you feel after using, you just wanted to carry it with you, okay? Which is a con for some people, because it really depends. Do you want to smell like soap all day? You know, that's the question I want to put out there. So I feel that if it didn't cross over to being too much soapy, it would have ticked the marks for me. I'm not going to declutter this one just yet. I think I'm going to stick around and see if I can, you know, get past this soapiness, you know, that you feel. Now, another mistake I made was after spraying it on my arm, okay, not here in particular, after spraying it on my arm when I purchased it, because I had sprayed, you know, this little tester on my arm, I just thought, oh, well, let me try it on my clothes. Biggest mistake of my life. I just doused myself with it on my clothes because it is a gentle but stubborn scent, okay? So it is really deceiving. Gentle, very gentle, but really stubborn, where you get to a point where you're thinking, I just wish it goes away. So I sprayed it on my clothes really generously because I wanted to, you know, really get a feel of it. And it was one of those fragrances that I wish I hadn't. How it performs on my skin is way, way better than it does on the clothing. I think my skin sucks it up and then makes its own mixture, you know, that is so pretty. But on the clothes, it does tend to have this really stubborn presence that turns a bit annoying, because that soapiness in the dry down now starts to feel like antiseptic, you know. It really does give me that feel of, I used to, you know, I always have this in my medicine cubby, Betadine for kids or for myself if I cut myself or whatever. It's an antiseptic. You can get it as an ointment or in a little tube. It's got something in there that keeps coming across. So if you know, cannot get past that, it's one of those fragrances that you might not like because of that. And that antiseptic feel really makes its presence known in the dry down. You know, I just couldn't wait for the time where this fragrance would just give up. You know, I put it on these clothes. I had to change to put my nightie on. I woke up in the morning and I sniffed the clothes and was still there. So in terms of performance, this is not going to disappoint. You know, as long as you don't mind that soapiness, which I feel on the clothes, but I don't feel the same thing on my skin. It does have that soapy feel on my skin, but I think the skin sucks it up to a point where the soapiness doesn't become like annoying, okay? On my skin, it doesn't even get to this antiseptic kind of thing, but on the clothes, it was really present, okay? I haven't worn this in the sun or anything like that. I'm just talking about room temperature at home, and that's just what I was getting. So the pros of this fragrance are that it's so long lasting. It does have a floral thing to it. It leans more feminine. However, it does have the masculine thing to it because I guess of the nutmeg, it's got like a cinnamon nutmeg affair going on in there, where I think again in the 2-3 hour mark, the nutmeg starts to pull its weight on the cinnamon, and then neutralizing that cinnamon sharpness. So it then becomes more woodsy, to a point where you could feel, oh, okay, this is why it would be like a unisex kind of fragrance. But if a man can't get past this floral feel, they might actually be put off and think, well, why did I buy it? It's for women, but and if they can't get past the soapiness, if the women can't get past the soapiness, then you may not get to a point where you appreciate this fragrance. It does have oud listed as a note in here. The oud doesn't bother me in here at all. The way the oud is done is perfect. It's more of a cinnamon nutmeg affair together with this jasmine that is so floral, a bit of some spiciness from the sandalwood, and then the ember that gives it like this cozy feel, but with that annoying kind of soapy feel that keeps coming, it keeps peeking through, and you just have this feeling of, I just wish it would just stick to this beautiful floral, because the beautiful floral is there. How it turns soapy, I have no idea. I know I'm gonna break the code. I'm gonna find out which note is mixing with the jasmine to give it this too much soapiness, and then the dry down into like an antiseptic, of which with the dry down I get it. I guess maybe the balance between the jasmine and the woods, is giving it that like antiseptic kind of vibe. So yeah, that's what I had to say. I'm not gonna rate it just yet. It's too early. I intend giving this one more time, but if you want to buy it, that is what I've established. That's what I found out for you. I was talking about Pure Oudi by Lattafa, which overall, the presentation, the bottle and everything is gorgeous. I like that they threw in a freebie, in as much as I already have this one in my collection and I decluttered it some time back. Yeah, but that is it. If you can get past the soapiness of this fragrance, remember, like I said, it's a gentle but very stubborn kind of scent. So don't be deceived. First you might think, I can't even smell this. And then you're thinking, where's that coming from? And that is what this fragrance is all about. So yeah, beautiful, for those who love it. And for those who need getting used to it myself, I will give it a little bit more time. So it's been your girl, CeeChronicles. Remember to get tested. This is, October, and we are in the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So let us go and get checked for breast cancer. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you're notified anytime I upload a video. Share this video as well, so that, who knows, some other people might come here and subscribe. It's been your girl, CeeChronicles, and remember, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.